What's up guys, it's Mike here. Welcome to Autoblog. In today's video we have the 2017 Ford Focus SEL. For 2017 the Ford Focus offers 4 different trim levels. It's the S base model, and then the SE, SEL, and also the Titanium. The SEL hasn't been available as a trim level since 2012, so it is a comeback in 2017 for the SEL. Now the reason I picked this specific Focus here today to review for you guys is because I had a SEL myself a few years ago and I really liked it. The SEL is in between the SE and the Titanium, which is the highest trim level. This one here is also a hatchback model, as I'm sure you could see already. It has 17-inch machine aluminum wheels, giving it a slightly more sporty look. Good contrast to the ruby red exterior paint it has. So standard for an SEL is the LED signature lighting, which I really love. It gives the front fascia of the Focus sporty and aggressive look. We have quad beam halogen headlights, a black grille. 2 main engine alternatives for the Ford Focus is the standard 2-liter 4-cylinder 160 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque strong engine. Also available with a 1-liter EcoBoost engine with 125 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. The hatchback model is only available for the SE, SEL, and Titanium trim levels. If you get a base model, it's automatically a sedan. Now the key you get with an SEL is a regular key like this, lock unlock button, trunk release, and then your panic button. We're going to open up here so you can check out the trunk space. Standard is also the 10-speaker Sony stereo system. You get a subwoofer in the back here. We'll talk more about that as soon as we get inside the car. As you can see here, you have like a partition here that is removable. Gives you some privacy for whatever you're keeping in your trunk. Standard capless fuel tank system. We have blind spot mirrors. That is the standard for all Fords as well. Excellent feature. Turn signals on the side of the mirrors. And as we open up the car here, it has black cloth interior. Power windows, power mirrors, cup holder in each door. I actually have 2 here for the passenger. Now you can fold these seats down. Now this is touching the driver's seat here, but if you pull that up or take this headrest off, you can get the seat completely flat. Now leg and knee room for the rear passengers is okay. I have this seat pretty far up there. I'm 6'2", as you can see here. Currently I have knee room, and as you can see here, the seat is kind of molded in for that specific purpose to help out with knee room. Headroom as well. It works. I can sit back here. It is a compact car, so you won't have SUV room back here, but it works. It definitely works. Now let's take a quick look at the sticker here. This is equipment group 250A, and this car is also equipped with the cold weather package, meaning you get heated mirrors, heated seats, and a heated steering wheel as well. So we'll jump inside here. Now the interior of the Focus has pretty much looked the same since 2015. Now this setup right here by the touchscreen and part of the center stack has looked the same since 2012. So for 2018, I'm pretty sure that Ford will come out with a completely new generation Ford Focus. But we're going to start the car up here. Also, we have Sync 3 infotainment system. Reviewed that many times. It's an excellent, very responsive infotainment system. I have separate videos doing full reviews of Sync 3 in itself. And then we have the Sony stereo system, 390 watts. See if we can find something better to listen to, maybe.
Please say a command.
Sirius 53.
Tuning to channel 53.
But anyhow, copyright police will bust me if we keep listening to that music there. But as you could tell, I set the radio station by voice command by clicking this button right here. The Ford Focus has excellent technical features, such as the voice command feature, standard backup camera. That's been standard since 2015. It has excellent safety features as well. Standard side curtain airbags, knee airbags, obviously regular airbags as well, making the Ford Focus a top pick when it comes to safety in its class. Steering wheel, nice design, nice feel. We have buttons on each side of the steering wheel. Left side controls the trip computer. If you scroll down, you have a digital speedometer, trip odometer, average fuel, and so on. Distance to empty. We have our tachometer to the left, speedometer to the right, temperature gauge, and fuel gauge. As we move down here, we have dual climate control, standard for SELs. You can set the temperature individually for driver or passenger. We have our heated seats buttons right here. 6-speed power shift transmission. Now the Ford Focus, quite honestly, has not had a good reputation when it comes to its automatic transmissions, but since 2015 and on, they have made improvements to the dual clutch transmission. We have a heated steering wheel right here. Regular cup holders. You can remove these for additional space. We have a USB port, a 12 volt in the mid armrest here. Sunroof, power of course. Manual shade, and actually pretty comfortable seats. As I mentioned already, I have owned one of these cars before, and it gets excellent gas mileage. So for me at the time, the car was perfect. It was a good owner's experience for what I was doing at that time. We traveled to Florida, my wife and I, fully packed car, averaged about 85 miles an hour, driving about 1,000 miles, and we got about 35 miles per gallon, so it is excellent. So let's take this car for a spin and see how it drives. So look, I'm a Ford salesman. I sell these cars for a living. However, I'm not the typical salesman that is just going to give you the typical spiel. I know the Ford Focuses are renowned for having horrible transmissions. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video already, is that I owned a 2012 Ford Focus SEL a few years back, and I personally never had a problem with my transmission. It wasn't that all of them were bad. And since 2015, Ford has made improvements to this dual clutch transmission. That being said, their attempt of making a dual clutch transmission, pretty much as Volkswagen did, for instance, has not been a hit at all. It is clunky. It acts weird, to put it in layman's terms, and not get too technical. I had a 2012 Jetta as well, and that transmission was phenomenal. It was nothing like this one. However, the transmission acting weird and being bad is two different stories. This transmission works just fine. I have customers who have had their Focuses for over 200,000 miles and they haven't had a single problem. And then I've had many customers that have had problems where the actual clutch had to be replaced, the transmission locking up, the car stalling, you can't get it out of reverse and park, and all kinds of issues. One good thing is though that the Focus does come with a manual transmission as an option. Not every car in the same class as the Ford Focus has that as an option. So if you don't want to get the automatic transmission, you can opt for a manual, which is excellent. Now, if we could put that issue aside, the Ford Focus is a great car. I am 6'2", and I fit just fine. When I had mine for a year, it was a great car. Excellent fuel economy. It actually handles very well to be a car in its class. This isn't a Ford Focus ST. It is just a regular standard Focus. Now, performance-wise, from the 2-liter 4-cylinder 160 horsepower engine, obviously it's not a race car, but if you need to get up and go and pass someone like I just did, it'll definitely do the job. It is an excellent city driver as well as highway cruiser. The Ford Focus is definitely in need of a refresh, in my opinion. It got a facelift in 2015 and has looked the same since then. The interior is pretty much identical from 2012. In 2013, the Ford Focus was the most sold car in the world. In the US, however, it is one of the top 5, but it is behind the Honda Civic, Hyundai Elantra, and so on. And even though the Ford Focus has not gotten a major refresh design-wise since 2012, it is also one of the best looking in its class. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the 2017 Ford Focus SEL. If you have any additional questions, let me know in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And if this is your first time visiting the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.